Guys, this is Jeff Kamke with Wealth Energetics. Thanks for tuning into the channel. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about what are some of the things that we specialize in doing? What are some of the things that we add value to our clients and how we can really help them? There's really two aspects to it with what we do at Wealth Energetics. So part of it, obviously, in the title is wealth. So there's financial strategies, there's financial efficiencies. And one of the big things that we see across the board and working with a lot of different people are people go to their financial advisor and they usually get very constricted advice, very one size fits all advice. And if you listen to the gurus, the Dave Ramseys, the Susie Ormans, a lot of those are giving one size fits all advice. And a lot of that advice centers around the stock market and putting your money into into investments, growing it with in some sort of investment vehicle, right? A 401k, an index fund, mutual funds, whatever it is. And that's your way to success. You stockpile money away, let it grow for decades on end, and that's your way to financial freedom. And a lot of people we talk to, that doesn't really resonate with them. They're just doing what everybody else is doing. They don't really know what else to do. And that's where we step in because there's a lot of different strategies that you can use. Now, if you're a W-2 employee, you might have a different framework. You might have a different set of values and goals and beliefs around money and what you want to do. Versus if you're an entrepreneur and you're a business owner, you're probably going to see things differently. And so you need to understand those things as a financial strategist like myself to best help clients know what to do with their money. And so, not that we can give advice, but we can help with strategy. We can help with seeing things from a different perspective, from a bird's eye view, and seeing where are there some missing elements, where are there some gaps in the plan, where are there some inefficiencies with money and how it's flowing, and being able to plug cash flow leaks, as Garrett Gunderson talks about, where there's money flowing out unnecessarily. And if we plug those leaks, it's like the old adage, a penny saved is a penny earned. So if you can earn, or excuse me, if you can save $5,000, what kind of interest would you have to get with how much money to equal $5,000 of return? So that if you just did easy math, if you had $100,000, that'd be a 5% rate of return to give you $5,000 worth of savings. So if we can save $5,000 in your annual income, in your business, in your personal finances, that's like getting a 5% rate of return, right? That's efficiencies. You're not having to go earn extra money. You're not have to sell more products. You're not have to serve more people. That's just the money that's already flowing through your hands. You can increase that by a rate of 5%. For some people, it's less. For some people, it's more, of course. But there's other ways that we can handle looking at efficiencies for how we handle the college tuition and saving for college. The 529 plan is widely known, just like a 401k, but there's other strategies that sometimes make a lot more sense when you hear about them that can do a lot more things and give you a lot more flexibility, a lot more control over your money. Because what if your kid doesn't go to college? Then what do you do? Well, there's other options, right, that you can do. And same thing with retirement. Retirement is one of the most interesting, fascinating things to me because the way that most people are taught is to stockpile all this money away, spend 30 or 40 years getting into this mindset of scrimp, save, cut back, delay, put all your money away, which those are not bad to a point, which I'll touch on in a minute, but they create a lifelong habit of living that way. And then in retirement, you've practiced your whole life putting money away, but now you have to change completely the paradigm and get into a cash flow mode, which means all the money that you've produced, you now have to start earning income from that, the interest from that. You have to start drawing the distributions that you're going to live on for the rest of your life. And those are two completely different mindsets. Those are two completely different skill sets. And it's very interesting to me. If you look at, I'm coming off the Super Bowl last night, right? Those football teams are practicing every single day for what they're going to be doing, the next week and the next game, all the off season for the next season. But when it comes to retirement, we don't practice cash flow until we absolutely need it. Isn't that crazy when you think about that? So instead of waiting until retirement to practice cash flow, which is very interesting of in itself because the instruments, a 401k, a lot of the places we're told to put our investments in our retirement are very good at growing money, but they're very inefficient at giving you income versus a lot of other tools that are out there that are much more efficient for your income in retirement. So those are some of the things that we do differently and how we can help a lot of different people. We love working with entrepreneurs. We love working with business owners. And particularly, we love working with naturopaths, acupuncturists, chiropractors, because they already have a different thought process around health. They know that what's taught out there to most people around health, there's an alternative, right? There's a different set of tools that you can use that usually are going to give you more superior results. The side effects in the alternative world are usually improvements in areas you weren't expecting instead of side effects where it's almost you're going backwards, developing more problems in areas that you weren't expecting with traditional medicine. Well, the same thing applies in finance. The traditional ways that we're taught to use our money, think about our money, that's kind of old school. A lot of that is very outdated. A lot of it's built around, tricky marketing and a lot of things that benefit the institutions and don't put you in control and command of your finances. And that's one of the big shifts that we love helping clients with, getting in control of their money, understanding their money, raising their frequency and vibration around their money, because when you understand what you're doing better with your money, you're in more an empowered situation around what you're doing with your money. And that can have a ripple effect into all other areas of your life. You're going to sleep better at night. You're probably going to, have less stress, which means cortisol is not going to be produced in your body nearly as much. You might not gain as much weight if you're not as stressed about money. On and on and on. Your relationships can get better with your coworkers, your family, your friends, your spouse, your kids, your dog, your cat. All those things have a ripple effect when we become empowered with our money instead of handing our money over to somebody else that's the guru and cross our fingers. We hope it works out because we only got a one shot at making this work. Let's turn that upside down. Let's become empowered with what we're doing with our money. So we have a predictable outcome. We have a predictable result that aligns with who we are, the way that we see the world, the way that we see money, what we want to do in this world, how we take our passions and purpose and put it into this world. We want our money to be in alignment with that and reflect that and amplify that, enhance what we're trying to do. We want to have a strategy with our money that's going to help you move forward in your life and serve other people and impact the world around you in the way that is meaningful to you. So that's what we do on the financial side. Now, the other part of the name of my company, Wealth Energetics, the energetics is the inner work. A lot of times we have to do inner work. A lot of us didn't grow up around wealthy people, and we have to learn the characteristics, the mindset, the thought process, the habits of what wealthier people are doing and how they're thinking about and using their money differently. But what are they doing differently in other parts of their life? And to go from where we're at, which most of us grew up probably with struggle and not a lot of money. That's where a lot of people started from. And if you're like me, I had a calling to change that paradigm in my family, and I'm on that track to doing that. So in order to do that, you have to change some things about yourself. And that's part of what we love helping you do with bioenergetics, which is a integration of helping you identify patterns of thought, patterns of energy, essentially, and doing some very simplistic processes that help update your subconscious mind to running currently based on what you're trying to accomplish in your life now, not running off of past experience. Because a lot of times we're running programs and patterns around money and around our activity and around our thoughts that are in response to something years ago in our lifetime. It could be in response to something that our parents or grandparents dealt with in their lifetime. And those traumas get etched into the subconscious mind, into the energy field. And if they're not released and removed and updated to present need and the present life that you're trying to live now, you're going to probably struggle quite a bit. So that's part of what we do on the bioenergetic side. The energetics part of what we do is helping the clients that want to work with that aspect start making those changes, identifying the patterns and doing some processes that update the subconscious mind to doing the things that they want to do. And it removes those invisible barriers that you feel like you can't get rid of. That's what we do, is help remove those so that you can begin to move forward in the direction that you want. You're taking the right action. You're feeling better. Your health is probably going to improve. And on and on and on when you start making these shifts, because your body's working better. Your mind and body are working together. Things are in balance. And when that happens, you're tapped into the flow of abundance. You're tapped into the healing power of the universe. And if we have symptoms in our body or symptoms in our life, and symptoms in our life can mean crappy relationships, struggles with money, there's interference somewhere in our system. Could be at the brain level, could be at the nervous system level, could be at the energetic level. When those interferences are removed, things begin to work a lot better. And we're tapping into the healing power. If it's our body, we're tapping into the healing power. We're talking about our life. Things begin to fall more in place. And those are the things that we love helping you with. So if either of those things are something you need help with, please comment on this video, send me a message. There's links with this video on how to get a hold of me, schedule appointments. And as always, with this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted to anytime I create content around financial strategies, financial efficiencies, or doing the inner work and how to create more of the life that you're looking to live. So thanks for joining me, and we'll look forward to talking to you in the next video. Take care, guys.